Yeah. Give me a replay, gang, if you're watching the replay. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everybody had an incredible Turkey Day. Either yesterday was Indigenous Americans Day or today is. I'm not sure which is which. But I'm even thankful for you if you sleeping in this morning. We'll be here for the replay. It's all good. But I'm so grateful, man. I'm so grateful for my life. I'm so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful for my wealth in all forms it comes, be it family, fun, finances. I'm just in a really grateful state. I hope that you have found some excuse to count your blessings in the last few days. I hope you found some kind of impetus and catalyst. I understand that we're celebrating. Some would say we're celebrating the murder of the Native Americans, et cetera, and so forth, the indigenous Americans, and I could go all into a history lesson about how, we came before Columbus and all of this other stuff. But rather than that, what I'm trying to say to you this morning is that we have to leverage these different things to grow our own quality of life. And if you need a day to remind you, because you don't do your affirmations with us every morning, let me say, man, take this day, take this weekend, take a few hours out and really count your blessings. I want to challenge you to write it down. Take a note inside you know why we got all these note. This is a great stocking stuffer, by the way. But do you know why we had these note pages on every page? Right? We always had this vision board piece for you to color in and really be focused on your dreams. But then we always had this note sheet. That's to count your blessings, right? That's to count your blessings. Maybe, just maybe. Hey, appreciate you joining the email list, Johnny. Maybe, just maybe, this is the day that you use that to count your blessings. Really write down some things that you're grateful for. It is a magic trick that you can do to make your quality of life better. Just to focus your mind on what you got and what you're grateful for. If you focus on what you have, you feel gratitude. That connects you to the source. If you focus on what you don't have, quite simply, you'll never have enough. It's amazing how that works. I got another magic trick for you this morning. If you ever want to feel better about how your life is going, just help somebody who's feeling worse. Help somebody who's feeling worse. You'd be shocked, man. It'll change everything. I'm going to give you a lot of cool stuff in today's newsletter. If you haven't joined today's newsletter yet, I want to suggest you do that. All you have to do is go to wearemillionaireminded.com and download that thing. We've had a heck of a week this week. Maybe you've been here the whole time, maybe you haven't. But on Monday, we talked about how to get rid of emotions that drag you down. How I gave you this 6-step process from my therapist that allows you to kind of get rid of your lamest emotions. Somebody might be getting on your nerves. If you use this process, you'll be able to laugh it off instead of react to them in a savage way. You know what I mean? If you're feeling depressed, you'll be able to kind of get rid of that instead of letting it drag you down into hell, this hell of your own creation. So definitely go back over that. Don't think you're getting it all the first time you listen. That'd be ridiculous if you said that about a song. A song is only 3 minutes. These are 15-minute trainings. Go back over it. Then on Tuesday, we talked about 7 things that sabotage us daily that we barely even recognize, right? And then we talked about what to do with each of them. Talked a little bit about our thoughts again. And the reason I'm going so heavy on this is because the holidays is a rough time for a lot of people. A lot of people commit suicide during the holidays, believe it or not. A lot of people get really depressed during the holidays because they see, and it's getting magnified with all this social media because you see everybody else celebrating. You're like, what's wrong with me? Ain't I worthy of love? You showing up single to the events and now your family is on you like, where your boo thing at? Or why you ain't gave me no grandkids yet? You know how it goes. And then what you end up doing is settling instead of like waiting to serve your purpose. You know what I mean? And if you're lucky enough to meet it, have found somebody you love, then we lucky. But if you ain't, then I'm gonna tell you something. Don't feel bad about that either. because everything ain't what it seems out here. You dig what I'm saying? And then on Wednesday, we talked about these 7 steps to identifying and overcoming any objection. Identifying and overcoming any objection. So I hope you have gotten something out of this. What up with you, Toby? Tariq. Salams. Taisha is in the house. I love it. I love it. Rita B is up in this thing. All right, it's 7:30. It's time to call in on this line. No. Cindy's in the house. What up, Brenda? All right, we're gonna get this party started. Share this with an entrepreneur, y'all. Share this with an entrepreneur while I get us going. Do a little housekeeping.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay. I even got to talk to my mentor yesterday. That was a lot of fun.
All participants are muted.
Right now in the comments,
entry and exit tones are off.
What I want to challenge you to do is give us 3 things you're really grateful for. Right now in the comments, give us 3 things you're really grateful for. There's this story that one of my mentors was telling about this time. He got these flannel shirts from his grandpa when he turned 18, right? And he was telling us in the context of a Thanksgiving story. And he was just talking about how, what he did, what was kind of give his grandpa a crooked smile and went on to opening the next gifts. This is when he had turned 18. 2 days later, his grandpa passed away. 2 days later. And he was just breaking down how at the end of the day, the last interaction that he ever had with his grandpa was that moment right there. And he's like, dang, man, had I known that was going to be my last interaction with him, maybe I would have responded quite a bit differently. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I bring that up to you is that every day, man, every week, every month, you could be doing something for the last time. You could be doing something for the last time, y'all. But if you don't stay grateful, if you don't stay in a place where you even notice it, you can miss these moments. That story right there was a huge wake-up call for me. Listen, you don't recognize when you're doing something for the last time, when you're greeting that family member, when you're greeting that friend. Life is so fragile. Life can end so quickly. And so what I have for you, especially since you're living this hustling and bustling life of an entrepreneur, what I have for you is 8 wake-up calls for you that I think might help you to be even more grateful. Right now we're in a season of gratitude. We're in a season where the whole play is trying to, make sure we're counting our blessings. The United States of advertising would have us focused on buying things, right? But what I want you to focus on is feeling grateful for what you already have. Mr. Terry was talking about this quote I said the other day. I don't know where I got it from, but the richest man is not the one who has the most. It's the one who needs the least. Well, that's all about gratitude. So I'm going to give you these 8 kind of like wake-up calls for entrepreneurs, but they're wake-up calls for anybody, really. If you're ready for the first one, give me a number 1 and a share. Let me make sure you're with me. Give me a number 1 and a share. My man Glenn Johnson in the house. I love it. What's happening, Mr. Johnson? Coach Chop up in here. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, Ebony. Yeah, life, opportunities, family. I love that. Family. The opportunity to be an entrepreneur, my health. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for my family and friends. I'm grateful for my business and growth. I love that. My family and loved ones. The mindset to pray and be thankful. Having talents to use in business. Man, this is some powerful stuff. This is some powerful stuff. Here's the first one I got for you, y'all. First wake-up call. I love that. My life, my family and friends. Abundance. I love it. I love it. Check it out. Here's the first wake-up call, y'all. You might not have tomorrow to say I love you. You might not have tomorrow to say I love you. How many of you have had coworkers who suddenly died in accidents? Man, one of my good homies, he's on my first project. For those of you that don't know, I come from the music game. I got this project called Business is Good. And my man Callie was on that project. Such a cool dude, man. And this dude just passed away real suddenly, And then what happens? Now everybody's full of tears. Everybody's saying all these kind things like, I loved him. We all loved him so much. He was such a wonderful person, And next thing you know, you start crying too. You know what I mean? All I'm trying to say to you is that maybe you should give people their flowers while they're here. Maybe you should give people their flowers while they're right here around you. Man, that really did something for me. Right then and there, I vowed that I would never again hesitate to speak up. And as a man, sometimes we don't tell other men that we love them the way that we could and should. You know what I'm saying? There's something that's built into our programming in our society where we tough. We give each other the pound. Man, tell one of your homies you love them, man. They deserve to know that they give meaning to your life. They deserve to know that you think the world of them. And if you love somebody today, tell them. If you appreciate somebody today, tell them, because there might not be a tomorrow. Today is the day to express your love. Today is the day to express your admiration. It's a wake-up call, y'all. If you're ready for number 2, give me a number 2 and a share. Give me a number 2 and a share. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you, Rita B? Good morning, Queen. Yeah, Michelle. Mama Mahasan, that's right. Give me a number 2 and a share if you finish writing that one down. Here's the second one. Wake up call, wake up call, wake up call. Check it out. Your judgments of others are often inaccurate. That's the second wake up call I got for you. Your judgments of others are often inaccurate. Check this out, y'all. You'll never know exactly what another person's going through. You realize that? And when you believe you do, what I want you to realize is that your assumptions about their life are in direct relation to your limited perspective. You hear us say all the time that critics are often saying more about themselves than they're saying about the thing they're criticizing. Do you know that applies to you too? Most people you believe to be successful are extremely unhappy. Many people that you think have it easy work their butt off. Many people who appear to be wealthy are in debt because of their extravagant tastes for material possessions. Do you hear me? Many people who appear to you like they old and uncool were once every bit as hip and inexperienced as you are. Your assumptions are saying more about yourself than they are about the thing that you think you're judging. It's a wake-up call, y'all. It's a wake-up call. I want you to think about that, because a lot of times we don't realize it, but comparison is the thief of joy. And you're doing nothing for yourself by comparing your results to somebody else's. If you want to compare something, compare process. Here's the third one I got for you. Yeah, Mama Mahasan. That's deep right there. Okay, Jennifer. Jennifer says she's grateful for her family, her friends, her home, her good health. She's thankful she woke up this morning. If you just now tuned in, everybody's giving 3 things they're thankful for, and then giving it a share. Put it on somebody else's timeline. Give them a extra catalyst to count their blessings. Here's the third wake-up call I got for you. Not trying is why most people fail. Not trying is why most people fail. It's not trying, y'all. It's not trying. It's not trying. Check it out. It's not the mistakes and the failures that you got to worry about. Let me tell you what to worry about and what you got to be grateful for and put on your list. It's the opportunities you miss. It's the opportunities that you miss when you don't even try. Listen to me. Most people fail because they're scared that they're going to mess up. They're scared that they won't be perfect the first time. They're scared that other people will look at them and judge them. Not trying is why most people fail. Trying always leads to success, y'all, because whenever you're working on something, you're really working on yourself. You're always getting two goals accomplished when you're working on a project. You're getting the project closer to being finished, and then you're getting yourself closer to your potential. Trying always leads to success, y'all, regardless of the outcome. Even the mistakes, even the failures teach you what not to do next time. This means that every outcome is a lesson that makes you happier, wealthier, and more wise. In the end, there's only one thing that makes a dream impossible, and that's the failure to try. Not the failure that comes from trying, not the mistakes, it's the failure to try. You get what I'm saying? The results you achieve are not based on what you plan to do or what you say you'll do. The results come from what you actually attempt and strive for consistently. Does that make sense? Your life will get better when you get better. Start investing in yourself, y'all. Mentally, physically, spiritually. All this stuff starts from spirit. Start investing in yourself spiritually. Make it a priority that you're going to learn. Make it a priority that you're going to grow every day by building positive rituals and sticking to them. The stronger you become, the better your life is going to feel. Here's number 4, y'all. Patience does not mean waiting and doing nothing. Somebody give me that in the comments and then give me a share. Patience does not mean waiting and doing nothing. Patience involves productive activity. It means doing your very best with the resources that you have right now, while understanding that the results that you want are worth the required time. The results you want are worth the required effort. A lot of us, man, we attach our whole life plan to doing little minimal things that'll give us little quick results. But success ain't linear. I talk about that in tonight's newsletter. If you have not joined the newsletter, make sure you go to wearemillionaireminded.com and join the newsletter. I talk about that a little bit in the newsletter that's coming out this evening, where you have to realize that a lot of the things that are going to give you long-term success and real big fulfillment, it doesn't come from instant results like that. But a lot of us set our life up to optimize for really quick results from really small bits of effort. Check this out. Patience is the realization that the quality of your life is much more significant than the quantity of the stuff you fill it with. Patience is your willingness to accept and appreciate what you have right now. Millionaires, that's what patience is about. It's the willingness to accept and appreciate what you have right now while you put forth that steady effort into growing towards your dreams and goals. The goal ain't really the goal, y'all. The goal is just a catalyst for you to become who you really need to be. That's why you always hear us say, whatever goal you want wants you. Here's number 5. Wake up call. You don't need anything else to be happy. You don't need anything else to be happy. Somebody write that in the comments and then give me a share. You don't need anything more to be happy. Intuitively, y'all, you already know that the best stuff in life ain't stuff at all. It's the relationships, it's the experiences, it's the meaningful work. These are the staples of a happy, fulfilling life. But you live in a consumer-driven society. You live in what I always call the United States of advertising, where your mind is incessantly subjected to all these clever ploys to pull money out your wallet or out your pocketbook. All these clever ploys to drive your emotions towards consumption, to buy material goods that you don't need or even want. You ever bought your kids a gift and they play with the box more than they play with the actual toy? At a certain point, y'all, the needless material objects that you buy crowd out the emotional needs. Advertisers want you to believe that they're here to support your emotional needs. No, they're here to get money out your behind. So next time you're getting ready to make some impulsive purchase, ask yourself if this is really better than the stuff you already have? Or have you been momentarily tricked into believing that you're dissatisfied with what you already have? That is a heck of a question to ask yourself. Man, we running out of time. Number 6, you ain't perfect and neither is anybody else. Give me that in the comments. You ain't perfect and neither is anybody else. I only got 3 more and then we out of here. You ain't perfect and neither is anybody else. You hear me? All humans are imperfect. Wake up call, wake up call. There are times the confident lose confidence. The patient misplace their patience. The generous act selfish. And the knowledgeable second guess what they know. We are all better than the worst thing that we've ever done. I don't care how good they are. They got a little bit of bad in them. I don't care how bad they are. They got a little bit of good in them. Guess what? We're human. We all are human. We make mistakes. This is what we do. We lose our tempers. We get caught off guard. We stumble. We slip. You hear me? We spin out of control sometimes. Check it out. We all have our moments. Most of the time, we're remarkable, though. We're human, baby. We're top of the food chain. We're God's highest form of creation. So stand beside the people you love, even through these trying times, even through these imperfections, and offer yourself the same courtesy. The more loving and forgiving you can be of others, they become a mirror for you to become more loving and forgiving of yourself. And if you ain't willing to, guess what? You don't deserve to be around them for their perfect minutes either. Here's number 7 I got for you. All the little things make a big difference. All the little things make a big difference. Yeah, Simone, take that joint. All the little things make a big difference, y'all. Write that in your notes and give me a share. All the little things make a big difference. Life is not about a single moment of great triumph and attainment and accomplishment and achievement. It's about the trials and tribulations that get you there. It's about the blood, the sweat, and the tears, the small, seemingly inconsequential things that you do every single day. Your life doesn't change in a day. Your life changes in the daily. It all matters in the end. Every single step, every regret, every decision, every affliction, it all adds up to making you who you are. And the reason I'm pointing this out is that a lot of times we don't realize that the seemingly useless happenings in our life add up to something. That minimum wage job you had back in high school, the evenings you spent socializing with coworkers that you never get to see anymore, the hours you spent writing thoughts in your journal. You think it don't matter. Listen, that is your life. You hear me? Contemplations about these elaborate future plans that never come to be. So what? That's your life. All those lonely nights you spent reading novels and news columns and blogs and comic books and magazines, questioning your own principles on life and liberty, right? Sex and religion, right? Whether you're not good enough just the way you are. All of this adds up to make you who I want you to be thankful for all of it. All of this has strengthened you. All of this has led you to every success that you've accomplished. All of this has made you who you are today. All of this is why we love you right now. If we was to tell each other the truth, we've all been broken down 1,000 times and then put ourselves back together again. You hear me? Think about how remarkable that is. Think about how far you've come. You hear me? You ain't the same person you were last week, much less a month ago, much less a year ago. You're always growing stronger. Be grateful for that. It's a wake-up call. And the last one I got for you this morning, the number 8 wake-up call that I have for you and that entrepreneur you got inside is that excuses are lies. Somebody give me that in the comments and then give me a share. Excuses are lies. Make no mistake. There's always a lie that lingers in between a dream and too many excuses. There's always a lie. And the lie is you lying to yourself. I talk about this in tonight's in today's newsletter too. You can read the whole newsletter in like 7 minutes, y'all. You're always going to have a real deep quote from somebody you either heard of or haven't heard of yet. You know, and then I always give you the source so that you can go and research it for yourself. And then we always give you little pieces on mindset, skill set, and heart set, right? The newsletter is amazing. If you've never tried mindset, skill set, heart set, if you've never tried the newsletter, go to wearemillionaireminded.com and make sure you register. I talk a little bit about this and I get transparent, right? But you're lying to yourself with these excuses. The excuses and the explanations won't do you any good. They won't add any value to your life. They won't improve the quality of it by one iota. They don't help you improve your skill set or your heart set, right? They don't add to the quality of your life by even the slightest margin. To fulfill your calling, millionaire, to get where you want to go in life, it requires a lot more than just thinking and talking. You can't just sit around thinking and blinking. It's going to require focused, sustained action. And the good news is you're capable of that. You're perfectly capable of getting everything you want with everything you got right now. You just got to choose to actually do it. Nobody else can succeed for you, millionaire. Nobody else can succeed on your behalf. That's not how this life right here works. The life you live is the life that you build for yourself. There are so many possibilities for you to choose from every single day. But it doesn't happen with you thinking and blinking. There are so many opportunities for you to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And all I want to suggest to you this morning is that now is the moment to actually step forward. So millionaires, I hope today you have another inspired day. I hope that this is the day that you make some decisions that can change your whole family tree. I hope today is the day you dream bold and dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Millionaire, I hope today is the day you give the gift to your loved ones that really matters, the gift of your own personal improvement. I hope you make some progress that didn't exist before you took action. Millionaires, I hope you find the strength to accept and grow from the troubles that come your way instead of always beating yourself up about it. And then most importantly, because I think that, you know, there should be more kindness and wisdom in the world. I think the more wisdom we have, the less fear we hold. You hear me? I hope that you will, when you must, be wise with your decisions and that you will be extra kind to the people around you since you don't know what kind of battles they're going through. I love you all. I hope this has been helpful. Please leave me a comment and let me know which of these were your favorite, which one touched you the most. You know what I mean? I love you all, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And let's say our affirmations. Y'all ready? Let's start with the two most powerful yet shortest words in the whole English language. You ready? It goes, I am. Repeat after me. I am so happy